So guys, like I've always said, if we don't know our history, a lot of people can just sell anything to you, and that's why we have a distorted history. And for the fact that history is not even in our curriculum, it makes things worse. Whether they have brought it back is a different thing. This one will say this one will say another thing, and there's this mixed feelings. There's kind of confusion, left, right, and center. Some people will just concoct some things and begin to sell it out there, and we don't have a lot of documented things. Whether we have it and they don't want people to know, it's a different thing. And again, people are choosing what to believe and what not to believe, and people, based on what people are experiencing, they will try to relate it with what could have happened before. So there's this article says that how says saying that how the British and the North deceived Awolowo to betray the East, because the East will come and tell you how it happened, the South will tell you how it did not happen, the North will tell you, oh, this is just the way it is. But let's go into this properly. Awolowo, who came from the southwest, was believed to have betrayed the east during the war that lasted for 13 months. This story has created a lot of controversies and hatred from the Igbo towards the Yoruba populace, and which is a very, very dangerous thing. They both threw tantrums against each other. And but don't forget that this is not the same thing with the politicians. The politicians are on good this, they're on good terms, in good terms with each other, but they are the ones that will say all this rubbish to the people, and the gullible people who cannot even reason deeply, they go by that and begin to attack each other. However, Obafemi Awolowo is the undisputed hero of the Yoruba tribe of Nigeria, whose wartime policy of starvation and currency change helped kill the Biafran dream. The post-colonial era of Nigerian history was dominated by three actors: Nnamdi Azikiwe, Obafemi Awolowo, and Ahmadu Bello. The Azikiwe was an avowed nationalist who preferred one Nigeria above anything else. Samadu Bello was a tribalist who initially preferred a balkanized Nigeria to enable his people live their religious and cultural life without external negative influence, and was later reluctantly convinced to seek an agenda for a united Nigeria. Chief Obafemi Awolowo from the onset did not hide his preference for an Oduduwa republic. Chief Awolowo was idolized by the Yorubas because he was able to transform the Southwest into an educational and industrial hub in Africa and build a robust political climate. He so much understood the value of education that he made it free, affordable, and offered a lot of scholarships to Yorubas to advance academically to the highest level. He ran a political system in action group whereby people have their say while the leaders has his way. This is the system Bola Tinubu is unsuccessfully trying to emulate in Action Congress of Nigeria. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, a core nationalist, never received the level of hero worship Awolowo received in the Southwest because Igbos severally accused him of not taking them out of Nigeria when Awolowo and Sir Ahmadu Bello were angling for a balkanized nation. Chief Awolowo was the SAG whose idea ended the Nigerian Civil War. He advised the Gowon cabinet to block all food supplies to Biafra so as to end the war quickly, and according to him, starvation is a legitimate instrument of war. And when you look at the issue of a weaponizing poverty, which the politicians are using against the people, all in the name of vote buying, empowerment, this and that, select few individuals. I don't know whether you can relate to that. Well, this led to the starvation of over 1 million Biafran children. Thus, Awolowo's advice and actions led to the quick end of the Biafran dream. Therefore, it is right to say that what the entire armed forces of Nigeria could not do, the wisdom of Awolowo did. Chief Awolowo also ensured that every adult Biafran who managed to survive the starvation was given £20 to start life afresh, irrespective of the amount of money in anyone's bank account before the war started. Another policy of ease which frustrated Biafra's ability to import food and arms was the change of currency. According to Awolowo, and it is on record that Ojukwu admitted that two things defeated him in this war: That is as at the day he left the Biafra. He said, one, the change of currency. He said that that was the first thing that defeated him, and we did that to prevent Ojuku taking the money which his soldiers had stolen from our central bank for sale abroad to buy arms. So I decided to change the currency, and for your benefit, it can now be told the world, the whole world, only Gowon knew the day before the change took place. Chief Awolowo has also variously accused of introducing tribalism into the Nigerian politics. He chased Dr. Azikiwe out of Ibadan in 1954 when the NCNC, headed by Azikiwe, won majority seats in the Western Nigerian House of Assembly, and through a palace coup called cross carpeting, Zik was denied the premiership of Western Nigeria at a time when Professor Eyo Ita and Efik was a prime premier of Eastern Region, and Alhaji Umaru Atain, a Fulani, was Major of Enugu. Dr. Azikiwe, following the footsteps of Awolowo, had to frustrate Professor Eyoita out of Enugu. Chief Awolowo and Sir Amadu Bello seem to have a deeper understanding of the Nigerian complexities than Dr. Azikiwe. While Awolowo never trusted the Igbos, the North never trusted Awolowo and the Yorubas. The Northern oligarchy is instigated crisis in Western Nigeria in the same manner President Obasanjo used the Uba brothers to instigate crisis in Anambra State. This crisis led to the trumped up charges leading to the trial and imprisonment of Awolowo. Reports have it that he was to be poisoned in prison before the military coup altered the state of affairs. Awolowo was released from Calabar prison by Biafran leader Odumegu Ojukwu, and there was an agreement that while Ojukwu declares Biafra in the east, Awolowo would declare Oduduwa Republic in the west. The British establishment, sensing the dangers of Awolowo declaring Oduduwa Republic in the west, convinced Gowon and the north to checkmate Awolowo's secessionist agenda by appointing him the vice chairman of the Federal Executive Council. Awolowo was deceived that after Gowon's tenure, he would be given the opportunity of ruling Nigeria. Awolowo thus had to checkmate the Biafran dream to clear any obstacle to his ruling Nigeria, while the North was looking for the right opportunity to throw him into the dustbin. In frustration, Awo resigned from Gowon's cabinet when he realized he had been politically duped. Awolowo quashed the Biafran dream while the Northern establishment killed the Oduduwa dream and betrayed Awolowo's presidential ambition thrice. This fact was aptly captured by a prominent Yoruba leader and Nigeria's former Minister of Aviation, Chief Femi Fani-Kayode, while replying to a boastful statement by another prominent northern leader, Alhaji Usman Farouk, on how the North dominated the Yoruba people and conquered the Niger Delta. According to Fani-Kayode, the North literally begged Awolowo not to declare Oduduwa Republic and go the way of Biafra, even though that was its original intention. Fourthly, it was the support that the Southwest gave to the North that allowed Nigeria to win the war. Fifthly, it was the lie that Gowon and the Northern leaders fed Awolowo that he would be made president of the country after the war, and after being effectively made de facto prime minister under Gowon during the war, that got Awolowo to support them. Invariably, the Igbos and Yorubas were effectively dribbled, divided, manipulated, and overpowered. The emergence of Awolowo's kinsman, Obasanjo, as head of state was another opportunity for him to realize his dream of ruling Nigeria. The 1979 election result was decided in the infamous judgment where the Supreme Court refused Awolowo's plea that two-thirds of 19 is 13 states and went ahead to declare Alhaji Shehu Shagari the winner of the election. The North, led by Generals Shehu Yaradua and Theophilus Danjuma, convinced Obasanjo why Awolowo should never be the president of Nigeria. Therefore, instead of a runoff election, which some believe could favor Awolowo, the Supreme Court declared Alhaji Shehu Shagari the winner. Chief MKO Abiola at one point was used by the Northern Dominated National Party of Nigeria (NPN) to oppose the presidential ambition of Awolowo. He used his National Concord newspapers and enormous weight to fight Awolowo and UPN. And when they finished using him to deal with Awolowo, they frustrated Abiola's presidential ambition and he had to resign from the party in 1982. Alhaji Umaru Diko, then transport minister, sent a message to Abiola that the presidency was not for sale to the highest bidder. When Babangida annulled the election of Abiola in 1993, Yorubas alluded to a certain course Awolowo placed on Abiola in the heat of the latter's opposition to his presidential ambition, that even if Abiola was to be given the presidential seat, he would not sit on it. In 1999, after the suspicious death of Abiola in July 1998, the northern establishment, sensing that Chief Olufalaye was the choice of the Yoruba people, rigged the polls in favor of Obasanjo. It is obvious that the North had shown evidence of being deadly political strategies than Yoruba and Igbo compatriots, having used the political suspicion between the duo to dribble them. Conclusively, the North is not as dumb as people assume. They used Awolowo to checkmate Biafra and then dealt with Awolowo and his ambition. Can you imagine? And it is still happening now. People are not even learning. And for the fact that, you see, at times when people talk about some people in the past, I say, even then, people still complain about them. At the end of the day, in overall, where is Nigeria today? And I don't even blame those who are calling for the division of the country. Where is Nigeria today? That is the question. With all this, oh, this one is this one is powerful, this one is not powerful, this one is a strategist. Because I don't even believe, even when you talk about the North, that they are this, they are that. Because I just believe that when you have so much evil in your heart, you cannot even be progressive. Because let's look at it all around. You see all the politicians across board, they are on the same page, they are just dribbling themselves. But what is the state of an average Nigeria since then to date? Where is Nigeria today with all this? Because I don't even want to dwell. Oh, this one is right, this one is not right. Why is it that they are not learning? They are still falling into the same traps because of what? Selfishness, because of ego. Then what is the state of the nation today? Is nowhere. So are we not better together? So those who are calling for the division, are they not right? Are we now better as one? Because we have all the indices that could make us great, but we are not using that. So like me, I for one, I'm not even going into, oh, this one did the right thing, this one did not say did the right thing, because a lot of people will be pointing us with all the things that we have seen. Like they always say, a problem's shared is problem half solved. But are we, even when we know that these are the problems, why are we still falling into the same mistakes? It's just unfortunate. So guys, let's hear your opinion. Whatever you think, whether it is right or not, you have your opinion. But me, I don't want to go into all those now this one right or not, this one not right. Are we not supposed to have learned from all these mistakes? Leave your comment down there below and let's have your take.